teacher said I'd never amount to anything, so I made sure he had to walk into a restaurant with my name on it. Mr. Rodriguez was my 8th grade math teacher, and he absolutely despised me. Not just disliked, despised. I was this hyperactive kid who couldn't sit still and spent most of my time experimenting with food combinations at lunch. While other kids solved equations, I was mixing different sauces and creating weird sandwich combinations that actually tasted amazing. One day, he caught me writing down recipe ideas during his lesson on fractions. He ripped my notebook right off my desk in front of everyone. He flipped through the pages, looking at all my food experiments and flavor combinations I'd been documenting. Then he held it up for the whole class to see. This is exactly why Marcus will never succeed at anything meaningful. He wastes time on ridiculous food games instead of focusing on real academics. Some kids just aren't equipped for professional careers. The whole class laughed. I wanted to vanish, but what really stung was when he tore out all my pages and said, maybe now you'll concentrate on something that actually has value. I collected the torn pieces after class, but months of ideas were destroyed. That night I went home and couldn't eat dinner. My dad found me in the kitchen, trying to recreate my lost recipes from memory. When I told him what happened, he got this quiet anger I rarely saw. He pulled up a chair and said, Marcus, don't ever let anyone tell you what has value. Sometimes the kids who think differently change the world. So I kept cooking. Every single day. I started recording videos of my creations on a cheap phone because I wanted to document everything. I was terrified someone from school would find them and mock me more. But something unexpected happened. People actually loved them. Like, genuinely loved them. My series about turning cafeteria food into gourmet meals started getting millions of views. By sophomore year of high school, I had sponsors reaching out. Food companies wanted to work with me, but I was still scared. What if Mr. Rodriguez was right? What if this was all just childish nonsense? But my dad kept pushing me forward, and finally I launched my own hot sauce line at 17. The profits weren't massive initially, but it was enough to prove this wasn't just some phase. I reinvested every dollar into developing new products and perfecting my recipes. By the time I graduated, my sauces were being sold in major grocery chains. Not just local stores, but national retailers where millions of people shopped. After graduation, while most of my classmates were starting college, I was opening my own restaurant. I wanted it to be a place where creativity was celebrated, where weird combinations were encouraged, where kids who thought differently could feel at home. The grand opening was overwhelming. Food critics showed up because apparently a 19-year-old opening his own restaurant was newsworthy. I was running between the kitchen and dining room all night, making sure every dish was perfect. Then around 8 p.m. I saw him. Mr. Rodriguez walked through the front door with what looked like his family, studying the menu with this puzzled expression. He didn't recognize me at first. I was older now, wearing chef's whites, but I absolutely recognized him. He ordered the tasting menu, which featured all my signature unusual combinations. When I personally delivered the final course to his table, that's when he saw my name embroidered on my chef's jacket. His face went completely pale. He looked up and our eyes met. Marcus, he said, barely above a whisper. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Finally, I smiled and said, I hope you enjoy your meal, Mr. Rodriguez. Each dish features those ridiculous food games. He finished his entire meal in silence, left a massive tip, and never came back after that.